going to be a beautiful challenge. We're going to take this thing and sand it all down, bring it back to its natural beauty. It's going to be a gorgeous old tub.
Lord have mercy, she says. So that's just one of the projects that we're going to follow as interior designer Diane Johnson gives her old house a facelift.
You have a lot of work to still do, which we're going to show the viewers. But I mean, let's take a look at what the house looked like a couple of weeks ago, because I mean, you have done an incredible job.
Lots of work.
Is it kind of a labor of love?
Yes,
I guess.
definitely. I love to restore these old houses. It's like bringing somebody back to life.
So what did the house look like when it first started?
Originally, when it very first started, it was a duplex. It was in ruins. It had no plumbing. The back of the house was caved in. The roof was caving in.
Yeah, you were going to demolish a lot of this stuff.
Yeah, it really needed to be ripped out.
But you didn't. You kind of restored a lot of stuff.
No, we restored a lot of things. We took out a few walls. We added a few things. There's the upstairs. The upstairs looked hopeless. I had some realtors walk through and they said, no way. But as it turns out, we've done some wonderful things up there that we'll see later.
Look at that jacket. Pretty stylish there, Diane.
It was a cold day.
Well, it's not cold in here today, and we're going to talk about a hot tub or bathtub, right here.
Right.
Now, what are we doing?
Well, we started out with this tub. It had lots of coats of paint on it, lots of abuse. It was really a wreck. We had to sand the thing down with an electric sander to start with, but after you got it down to bare metal, there's still a lot of paint on there, and you just have to sand it off the best you can. Try to get it as smooth as possible. Then you have to use a rust dissolver because you're down to bare metal there, so the rust dissolver is going to take off all that rust. You leave it on there for a while so that it dissolves it off, also protects it from rusting again.
So if you love antiques and you see an old bathtub at an antique place and it looks horrible, never fear, because anybody can do this?
It doesn't make any difference how bad it is, as long as it's in good shape. And these things are cast iron, so they're always going to be in great shape.
Okay, let's zip through some of the other things that we have.
The next thing you do after you've scrubbed that off, we'll leave that on there for a while, but the next thing, you just put a good rust primer on there. This keeps it from rusting out again, keeps any of the rust from bleeding through on your final enamel. You don't have to be too careful about painting in all the right direction because you're going to go over it again anyway.
And then once the primer is on?
Once the primer is on and dry, you move to the next step, and there you use, there again, using a rust product, an oil-based enamel that's a rust product. I've already got some enameled here that's dry.
All you do is just paint it on.
Just paint it on. Now you do have to paint it thin, and you have to rub back and forth gently to make sure that you're covering it well. And also, because it's vertical, and this paint is really heavy, you get runs.
Alan, go around to the other side and take a look at the finished product and look how absolutely spectacular this bathtub looks from just a mess to looking like this. And you say anybody can do this.
Anybody can do this.
Now let me ask you one question. How do you fix the inside of the bathtub? I see a ring in here.
Well, actually, there is a ring. It's not as bad as it was, though, believe me. We're going to have to epoxy the inside, which is a really great product. It'll bring it back to be perfectly white and just a beautiful finish. But we have a little temperature problem. Can't be more than 65 degrees.
Let's go into this other room. Now, we only have about a minute and a half to do this, but I want to show everybody what you have done in this room. Now, you say there are other ways to use your wallpaper, right?
Yeah, if you're on a budget and you really can't do a lot of wallpaper, you want to do something really different, you can take a printed wallpaper like we have here. This is what we're using today. We're actually using this paper, but you can use anything.
And you just kind of make little cuts, right?
Fine. You cut it out like a paper doll.
I don't...
Just like that. I know you don't know a lot about paper dolls.
And I don't know a lot about cutting this either. I think I've already screwed it up.
Cut this out all around the pattern here. Leave a little bit of it in here. You don't have to cut all of that out.
Okay, now you've done that here.
I've already done that here. We've got Sure Stick glue.
Sure Stick glue. And take a look at what you can do. This would hold a ceiling fan. You can buy, this little thing right here, I don't know, from Home Depot, any home design place.
Exactly.
Or Check It Out. You guys have that at Check It Out?
No, we don't have it at Check It Out.
And put your wallpaper up there. That looks absolutely fantastic. Now, you say you can actually do this on the wall as well.
You can do it right on the wall. And it gives you a really wonderful touch without a lot of expense, without a lot of trouble.
Here, we have a little piece right here.
Yeah, you got a little piece right there. Can you go ahead and get that one up there?
And you just
having
put it
a little
on, huh?
difficulty here. Just put it right on the wall.
Diane, why don't you go ahead and throw that up there, and we're just about out of time. But
Okay.
now we're going to keep coming out here, I guess, over the next few weeks, and we're actually going to see the final product of this house. It's taken a lot of hard work, and Diane's going to show us all the... What?
Hey, Todd. Meredith's on the phone.
Oh, yeah, Dr. Tony Grant? Yeah, said it's a lot of hard work. Yeah, oh, okay. You're not willing to put out the hard work? Oh, okay. Todd, Jeanette, I think I'm going to need to leave right now. Apparently,
you got some issues.
Yeah, apparently the honeymoon really is over.
Well, wait till she sees what a great job you do on that wallpaper. She may take you back.
Yeah, did you see that? Diane actually let me do a lot, didn't she?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? There is a lot of hazards. I know we're way out of time. There are a lot of hazards about doing a house. Come here, Colleen. The hazards of being in a dirty house. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll toss it back to you guys.
Oh my, he's going to pay for that.
You are in so much trouble. Like, my guy. Colleen's mortified. That's one of our producers. She's mortified now.
Listen, the mics are open. Stop.
Did you put me on camera? You still are.
Gracious.